Well, the truth is, me and every other farmer in this state's in big, big trouble. That blue sky there represents months of drought now. We haven't had any good rain here since the beginning of May. It's now the end of June. And that may be less unusual in some place like Texas or Oklahoma or California or someplace where you expect to go months without rain, or at least it happens. In Alaska, it's very, very uncommon. And this whole state's going to be in big trouble soon. As a cattle producer, I need hay and a lot of it. And unfortunately, there's very, 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 very little hay to be had. I'm going to try to get what I can, but I suspect that there's going to be a lot of animals who are butchered this winter. I hope animals don't end up starving to death, but we're talking about maybe 20% yields, 25% yields of normal. There's almost no hay to be found in the state. I'm down to my last few moldy bales from last year. It breaks my heart, but that's all I have to feed my cows. There's nothing else. There's been no rain for months. They're living in a dust cloud. Garnet, the potato farmer, described his farm as being like moon dust. I mean, it's just unbelievable here. There's no rain. And the problem is that unlike those other states, I'm going to go out on the limb here and say a lot of farms in Alaska aren't set up for irrigation. Some are, no question, but I don't think most are, because most of the time we have precipitation during the summer months, and so farmers just expect that. So to go without rain for months and to be this hot, high 70s, low 80s, which in Alaska feels like it's 110 elsewhere, is just so unusual and so damaging. I think the agricultural industry in this state is in big trouble. Maybe if you're a small vegetable gardener or something, or farmer, and you've got a well and you're taking care of your crops, you're going to be okay. But I think everybody else is in trouble, and that includes me. If I don't get hay, I'm done. I spent most of the day feeling sick to my stomach because the people that I was relying on to get me hay may not be able to get it to me, and I may have to shoot most or all of my animals this fall because there won't be anything to feed them. And that's not being alarmist, that's just being realistic. There are farmers in this state who aren't getting any hay this year, none, zero, that usually provide hundreds of bales to people, thousands of bales to people. So if you're a farmer in Alaska, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're not, then you need to be aware of what's going on, because even though most of the food in Alaska comes from outside, the agricultural industry here still provides some food, and it may not be as forthcoming this year. And even if it is, and farmers manage to limp things along, they're going to be huge damage done in terms of finances, in terms of brooding stock, all that sort of stuff. So I'm just making this video because this drought is bad news, and there's no end in sight for the next 10 days. We were supposed to get some rain this weekend, and now there's zero chance of it. So I'm just trying to keep everybody going here. All right, well, I got to wallow for the pigs. That's the best I can do for them. The cows are living in dust. The ducks are living in dust. The flies are terrible from the heat, so I got all these fly bags up trying to keep them under control. And I just hope it rains soon. Even if it does, it might be too late for hay. Everything's just going to have to go.